Back in October of 2024, following the crossover event Absolute Power, we got a new Batman book, Absolute Batman #1, the start of a brand new continuity separate from the base DC timeline. The book sold well, and Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Superman followed shortly after. It received a lot of the same excitement and fanfare as those books, and a lot of people are very, very into the Absolute Universe right now because it's new and different, and we get to see a lot of our heroes and characters reimagined in what-if situations that we probably always wanted to, like what if Batman never had the Wayne fortune? Now we get to see that. So with DC publishing its big 3 in the new Absolute Universe, it was only a matter of time before we got #4, The Flash. Very shortly after its release, I was in my local comic book shop buying Absolute Flash #1. Guys, this book is really good. Flash is a legacy hero. Jay Garrick, Barry Allen, Wally West. It's hard to separate the Flash from previous Flashes. They're very, very tied together. But that's exactly what this book wants to do, to separate the Flash from previous Flashes and give us a new angle, what I call the Spider-Man angle. Wally West here is a teenager with a strained relationship with his father, and in an act of defiance ends up in an accident that gives him super speed. No Barry Allen Flash, no mentor, just a teenage kid who needs to learn his new abilities and find his place for his new self in the world. And if that does not make you want to shut off this video, run out, and buy this book, I don't know what will. The Flash is probably my favorite superhero. At least #2, he and Spider-Man kind of yo-yo around each other. But no matter what, I was gonna read this book. Even if it sucked, I was still gonna buy it. But not only does it not suck, but it's given me such a refreshing, renewed interest in this character that I just haven't felt in a while. And the craziest part about all this is that it's not even mainline. It's a completely separate universe. Consequences don't matter to the DC universe, and yet it seems like every comic book fan right now, or at least the ones that read DC, really they don't care much about the all-in books. It's the Absolute books that everybody's interested in. The last time I saw such excitement for alternate universe books was back when the original Ultimate comics were coming out. Okay, that's enough of the preamble. Let's get into this book. Absolute Flash was written by Jeff Lemire and drawn by Nick Robles. Robles, as I mentioned before, it follows a young Wally West, 15 years old and living with his father on what I assume is some sort of military base called Fort Fox. His father's a scientist and works with fellow scientist Barry Allen. Don't get too attached. Wally is kind of a troubled kid. His mom died sometime before the story, and now his dad Rudy has uprooted both their lives and moved across the country to Fort Fox so Rudy and Barry can work on a top secret project, Project Olympus. We don't know too much about Project Olympus just yet, other than that it has something to do with physics, genetics, these monkeys, and the military wants it for weapons development, your usual top secret government science project. Barry wasn't supposed to show Wally this, obviously, so when Rudy shows up, he is pissed. He screams at Wally and his super on-brand Red Lightning Bolt headphones that I would very much like to have, and lectures Barry about rules and junk. I guess now's as good a time as any to mention that this book is not told linearly. We start the book with Wally in the desert, unable to control his new powers. The lettering here is super cool. Tightly together, overlapping, you read it as if it's a jumbled, rapid collection of thoughts. Very good. We get this beautiful 2-page spread that would look amazing as a poster. Then you flip to the next page and boom, title card. Very cinematic. I didn't even know you could do this in a comic book. After that, we flash back to 2 days ago and follow Wally as he walks on the train tracks, being really depressed and moody. Everything with Barry and showing him Project Olympus happens. Then we're back at the present. Wally's in the desert being moody about whatever just happened. Should never have gone with Barry. Should never have stayed with my dad. Should have just run when I had the chance. Off in the horizon, a real beefy tank type of vehicle is speeding towards Wally and shoots off a sort of tracking boomerang. In the vehicle are some other Absolute versions of DC characters, Captain Boomerang, Golden Glider, and the Trickster. Oh, and Captain Cold. He's right in the center. I don't know how I almost forgot. They chase Wally into a cave. Flashback to 1 day ago, and Wally and his dad are having a heated conversation in which we get a better look at those sweet Lightning Bolt headphones. No, don't take them off, that was your aura! At the end of this talk, Wally storms out and seeks Barry in the lab, only to stumble into the middle of an experiment that is not going particularly well. Barry tells Wally to run, of course he doesn't, and we flash forward again to the present. Hiding out from the group looking for him, Wally has flashbacks to the night previously and the moment the machine that Barry was in exploded and blasted him, causing the weird vibrating speed stuff. The cave is in the same place the lab used to be, and Wally sits now, crumpled on the ground, next to Barry Allen's skeleton. You know what you did. You did this, Wally. You killed him. And now we flash forward an entire year to an arm that looks like it's sort of materializing out of this one sheet of metal. This mystery person logs into the Project Olympus archives from some computer that apparently still works after being in an explosion and left alone for a year. The archives show experiments like this fire monster, which I hope we see later, different monkeys, which I expect we'll see later, and also Wally with the suit that Barry was wearing when he died. What will become the Flash costume for this universe, or at least the Produce costume if he gets updated in the future. The Mystery Man says generic bad guy line about ending the world. Yeah, that's Barry Allen. I mean, the explosion that presumably killed Barry was what gave Wally his power, so it may have given him some powers too, and not killed him. We see his skeleton, and then on the next page we see a hand appear in what looks like roughly the same area. Plus, the jawline matches perfectly. I would be very surprised if the reveal is not that this is Barry Allen, but I could be completely wrong. We'll just have to see. Issue 1 is a great read. Sets up some of the characters that we'll be following and gives us Wally West's new origin. Now let's talk redesigns. Wally looks like how you'd expect, except for the hideous mullet, and I'm not sure I love the idea of Wally West with earrings, but you look past those and yeah, it's Wally. And if these characters are indeed who I think they are, and they are different from their traditional designs, and if I'm honest, a little dull, except Jesse. This whole, goblin pose, big mask thing, very creepy. Now, it's definitely not the trickster, but it is eye-catching, so. The biggest offender of these redesigns, though, is the Flash suit itself. I hope we get an updated costume very soon, because I hate this thing. It's too big, it's too clunky, it's really busy, and the colors, I just don't think they look good for the Flash. I mean, the white's fine and the red's fine, but what's with all this black and it's bad. It's really bad. But all that being said, the art in the book it's good. I don't think it's anything especially unique or different, but I mean, it's good. It is objectively good art, but the page layouts are all great. Easy to read and still gives you some unique page layouts. We get a couple spreads, some asymmetrical pages. It all comes together really nicely to give you something that draws you straight into the book and you don't even think about it. All right, covers. This book was released with 10 covers, this original one and 9 variants. As you can see here, I have the foil variant, but there's also the original without text, this one without text, an all white one with nothing but text, and this one that kind of looks like a high school sketchbook, and I might like it more than the variant that I actually got. Which, speaking of this variant, I really do like it. Shiny candy apple red with this big silver Absolute Flash logo right in the center. The only text is the DC logo. But other than that, very clean. But if you were worried that you'd forget what book this was, don't worry, because all the information's on the back. However, I will say this foil is a fingerprint magnet, so probably don't start rubbing this thing excessively if you have it. Issue 2 is out at the time of making this video, so I will make a video on that book very soon before issue 3 releases. But after that, these videos will come out as the new books are released. I hope it's clear from this video, but yeah, pick up this book. It's really good. A lot of new videos are about to be released on this channel, so strap in for some experimenting. My goal for this channel is to just show you guys everything that I love, make this a home for all of the nerdy things that I and probably you all enjoy. Comic books, action figures, Lego, movies, cartoons. I just want this to be a place where we can all come together and share our passion for these things, because they're good things. That's it for now. Buy this book, subscribe if you like this, and let me know in the comments what you think of Absolute Flash so far, issue 1 and issue 2, and don't forget to tune back in for the next one. And whatever other video that isn't Absolute Flash that I'm gonna make. I've got a bunch of stuff. There's action figures back there, little sneak peek. That's gonna come out at some point, but I am gonna update the camera first. All right, get out of here.